Press cross button.
Disruptive procedures used to identify potential... What?
Yeah, what you saying? Yeah, it was sick.
Huh?
Yeah, she was getting gas, bruv. Nah, we left early, fam. Like...
Auto drive now enabled.
interested, come and check out my horse. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Anyone in placing some cash with them? Anyone? Oh, you, come on over. Let's have a chat. Come on.
Auto drive now enabled.
Yeah, so right now we need to get this done right.
Auto drive now disabled.
You're in. Now find the thing. There it is. You can hack in from there. Transfer complete.
Big thick oven mitts, they should give her a little salt. Like a sharp pointy.
That was the tick! The way they was playing, it was the best match in the whole of football. If you saw it, you would wept. Just in.
Auto drive now enabled.
Craft, I'm the best of both. Just press the code. Now I'm in studio trying to perfect the flow.
Auto drive now
In
disabled.
today's episode of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours about the rise of the AI system. It's easy to forget about its origins. It's so present everywhere we go now. Bagley just kind of blends into the background.
Bagley is the service AI that's present in every Optic device. Whether you're using the Optic, Bagley will be there. The AI is streamed to your Optic from Bloom's central command center, and it was first created by Skylar's an Arctic hero.
You're in. Now find the thing.
Utopian idea for the world.
Why do you think it grew so quickly?
In my mind, it's the size that hasn't so popular. It's fun, useful, it's fast, it's a great companion, and really just makes life so easier. I mean, when you look at all the AI that's used to it,
Stick to procedure. Very clear. Moving on. Will someone shut that thing down? Shit!
Let's fan out. Be quick about it.
Suspect is still here. Shit! Lock them down! Shit! Fuck! Look at the door! We have an intruder!
Clear. Moving on.
We lost them. Radio HQ, let them know.
There it is. You can hack in from there. Transfer complete.
Wait. What was that? Ultras up!
Let me be abundant. We are not settling.
Now, what did we see? People don't want to go through that stuff. They were desperate for the things that they had before, and
After yet another death in custody, an increasing number of critics are accusing Albion of systematic criminal maltreatment. Join us on VDV for a thorough examination of the conditions of prisoners in detention.
The thing you're after is around here.
Disturbance detected. Beginning the investigation. Target malfunction.
Let's find them. Straight away. We lost the suspect. Resume patrol.
So before the media fragmented, there was this voice of authority that was trusted and
worthy of trust. Then what we're going to do
with is a really commercial model that will ready to talk about.
Need backup to my location.
That's the target. Should be hackable.
Just by saying, no, they didn't. And of course, no one wants to spread that story. No one wants to hear that story. They want to hear the sensationalism. They want to hear how
people were victims of violence when in fact they weren't.
Eyes open. Weapons ready. I'm fucking in.
What a fuck up. They've gone.
Transfer complete.
Code 3. Closest units proceed to alarm location.
Physical power, that it's never quite possible to shut down people's desire to get to the truth and fight for their own ideologies and values.
We're out here starting that task, so don't give up hope.
You've been listening to Buccaneer with me, Tash. We'll be back soon with more of what you'll never hear on the G-Page. Keep listening, keep sharing, and keep resisting.
From the Buccaneer, this is the Bug. Hello, resistors, it's bug time. Are you all sitting comfortably? No? Good. That's as it should be. This is the Bug. I'm Andy, and joining me to analyse the latest blowflies to emerge from the corpse of a once-free Britain, it's Alice.
Hello, Andy.
And today, we're going to talk to you about Albion, your friends of mine. Alice, the government has extended Albion's contract, and have also boasted that violent crime has plummeted to a record low. Now, extending Albion's contract, to me, that's like having a pet dog, let's call it Nigel for the sake of argument, that attacks you every single day, and thinking to yourself, wouldn't it be nice?
Oh God, run! Everybody run!
Right then, okay. Right.
Maybe I'll check it out.
Either themselves or by Albion, their chosen violence.
Contractors provide very valuable bargain services, beating people up. Well,
They certainly look like they're trying to hit a quota of some kind.
Well, what is the set rate? Is it 99.95 cryptos bargain? Seems very reasonable indeed. I imagine they don't last too much anyway, Albion, because it's just so nice to get paid for doing your hobby anyway. Oh, never mind. Is there anyone else I can talk to? Yes, of course. There's a shady cabal of vested interests who control him and prop him up in power. Great, I'll have it. Chat with them then.
Oh, Andy, remember when you could get away with prank calls without people coming round to your house to beat the shit out of you?
Oh, happy times.
You're listening to The Bug.
Did you think the Prime Minister will ever come back?
I don't think we've ever had a Prime Minister.
Well, that's a much more reassuring way of looking at things. What have we become? Alice, when you look at the state of our politics, we're supposed to have the mother of parliaments. Well, this is one mother that has emphatically abandoned her kids in the woods to be brought up by wolves. And let me tell you, that never works out like it does in the stories. Wolves are bad parents. Unless you're a wolf, in which case they can do a job bringing you up as a wolf. Do not give your children to wolves. And do we actually own anything as a country now? Is there anything we haven't flogged off for profit? I think we've basically just become a homeopathic Britain. Diluted and diluted until there's barely a trace of the original Britain left. But some quackish lunatics insist it actually works better that way. It's total bullshit. Is there anything left? New on the bug this week, a new feature, the Bug Off feature. The person who has most irritated us in Britain this week, we're going to tell to bug off, and to get things going, I'm going to nominate Big Nigel Castle. This is Britain. History tells us this place is a bastion of freedom. I'm just not sure that that kind of freedom should involve Big Nigel expressing his freedom to run a private army. I guess historically there is a precedent, the East India Company. That was a trading house with an army of 250,000 soldiers, which is a lot for a company. The Bugged PLC has Alice with a water pistol, but crucially, compared with Albion, the East India Company didn't operate its 250,000-strong army in London. It did it a long way away, out of sight, out of mind. Anyone to nominate for the Bug Off, Alice?
I think today's bug off for me goes to my streaming service. I'm sick of being recommended things based on things I already like. The other day it recommended me to watch a reality TV competitive dating show set in a nude commune. Andy, I watched it and I liked it, and I do not want to be the kind of person who enjoys nude competitive reality television dating shows. I did not want to know that about myself. I have to go sit in the corner and cry.
That's it from the Bug. Don't forget the live show that is so secret it is definitely not happening at the usual time and place this month. Definitely not. And definitely do not tell anyone not to come to it. It's definitely not happening. Usual time and place. Bye-bye.
Did you know that you're legally required to have your optic working at all times?
Don't put the wash on. I left my phone in it.
Life's full of little accidents. But accident or not, the law requires you to carry a working optic at all times. So it's a good job our engineers have some low substance and control.
I'm holding still as best I can.
Scanning. All clear. On your way now?
And
Back off. You keep out of this.
How do you feel about changing the state of things?
You're bloody dead sick, aren't you?
I know a guy who knows a guy.
Right. Got an issue with the Kellys you might be able to help with.
Go on.
Right. Bloody gangsters been extorting me mates and neighbours, stealing crypto from their shops and that. I know enough about crypto to get the money back, but I need the gangster's wallet key.
Yeah, and you need DedSec's help to get the key.
Got that right. With that key, I can claw back everything the slimy bastards took. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Right. I'll set things in motion.
Network traffic points to the private key being on some kind of mobile server, probably a van in one of their hideouts.
process of any conspicuous individual wanting criminal targets. We're doing our best to stop them. And awareness is training. That's disconcerting.
It's cheeky.
Engaging target.
You're dead!
You're listening to The Bug.
May cause nausea, vomiting and headaches. Hello Britain, this is The Bug, the show that holds up a mirror to the world and smashes itself on the head with it in despair. I'm Andy, joining me, as always, Alice, and...
I deny everything.
It's just a good state of existence. Some good news, at last. There are no medicine shortages, according to the government, none at all. There have been various allegations about that. It turns out they are all fake news, trademark. There are none. There are no shortages of medicine. Don't take it from me. I'm not a medical supplier expert. Take it from my beloved government. It's fine. In fact, I'm going to read between the lines here and actually say there's probably there's too much medicine, if anything. Just medicines. You can't move for medicine. In fact, just this morning, I tried to pour some cornflakes into a bowl for breakfast and out tumbled a 12-month course of immunosuppressants, corticosteroids, and anti-retrofungal neurodilatory estrogous spermatotropic fruit pastels.
The people claiming there are medical shortages are probably high on lots of medicine that they've been given. I, for one, believe that there are no medical shortages, Andy. Just last week, I went in with a broken arm and they suggested it might just be extreme period pain and prescribed me a drink of water and
In case you forgot, the private key you're after is on a server in a van.
Acknowledged.
also had a leg removed due to diabetes. They halved his insulin.
That's the vehicle you're looking for there.
Let's find this bellend.
Got the key. Bagley, find me an optimal drop site and tell our hacker to meet me there.
Got it. Pushing the location now.
Well, food shortages, yeah, we just learn to live with them, don't we? And there's a lot of positives as well with all these food shortages. I mean, we were eating too much anyway. As a nation, the government's just helping us live healthier lifestyles. It's so hard to diet on your own, isn't it? You need the support of a friend, or a loved one, or a government, or collapsing social infrastructure. Positive too, meat, very bad for the environment. So we're actually rebuilding the polar ice caps every time we eat a scrap of lettuce. Positive three, the human race had already cooked all the recipes it needed. There was nothing more to be done with food. We've done that, we can tick it off, we've done it. I was bored of food anyway, I've been eating it all my life. If you've been doing the same thing 3 times a day, 4, sometimes 7, or even 8 times a day, you're bound to get bored of it. And also, final positive, no more meal times. Frees up all that extra time for appreciating all the selfless hard work that Albion keeps us.
Well, as you say, Andy, people are drawn to novelty, and everyone's had breakfast once. Why you gotta keep having it again and again?
Boring, repetitive. There's enough of that in life as it is. You are listening to The Bar. Well, another story that has come to the fore recently is that all European imports have been banned for public health reasons, which is great news. I mean, at least we can get ill eating good, home-produced, locally sourced, British, industrially unsafe food. That's something we can all cling to. Public health reasons, those are curious words. Alice, I don't know, is that in case the public gets too healthy eating all that Mediterranean muck? Let's have British food for British tummies. Spelt, nettles, rabbit, that's all we need. That's all we need in the glory days. Everyone round to Nigel's for dinner, yum yum.
Who needs Italian olives when you can eat pickled rubber bands and a soup of regret? Who needs a nice cheese when you can eat a lukewarm, unspecified rat meat pie with 0 spices?
Sand, nettles, and bits of dead fox. That's all we needed to eat in the glory days. Let's make Britain great again. That's all from The Bug today. Good night, sleep tight, and make sure the bed bugs do bite.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of The Upload. We're talking about the optic and how it's changed our lives. Now, as you remember, Bloom announced a new version of the optic at the recent Tone conference, but we haven't heard too much about that since due to the dramatic events there. Let's cast our minds back and consider the technology. I mean, the optic changed everything. It lets you see things in AR. You no longer need a smartphone. You just have the small implant that sends signals to your optic nerve and lets you see your emails, take calls, and browse the internet directly as if the screen was in front of your eyes. Instead of having to carry around a phone, you've just got the small handheld unit. So much lighter and so much more convenient. It's great.
Vicky, you sound like you absolutely love the optic. Do you actually think that it's made our lives any better?
I mean, sure, it's definitely made things a lot easier. It's so simple to call someone now. All you have to do is choose who you want to chat to, and they're there, ready to talk. And browsing the web is so much easier. I remember when you used to have to sit down at a computer with an actual keyboard and mouse and type everything out. And my favourite feature is public transport. With the optic, you can just walk straight onto the tube. It even acts as a passport. No longer do I have to dig around and try and find my old paper passport just to travel somewhere. Also, I thought that Optic's marketing strategy, making it free for people, was a stroke of genius.
Genius. Bloom was really calculated when it was doing that. It was pushing this draconian device on us at all. Sure, everybody flocked to it. There was free Wi-Fi and phone plans. That definitely helped, but it wasn't a case of this is a product that you need in your life.
Why do you hate it so much?
It's just the worst because you had to give up your privacy expectations and accept surveillance. It was almost like the government and Bloom didn't even need to make the optic mandatory. Making it mandatory was only to get the last holdouts across the line. If free data didn't convince you, fines and arrests from the state for not having the optic would pretty much be enough.
I mean, what do you mean by privacy problems? No one really talks about that anymore.
They don't talk about it. Hey, what gives? You're supposed to be here to drain the account.
I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'd rather not be out in the open while getting the key wirelessly. That's just asking the Kellys for a bullet.
Funny you should mention that. I'm seeing multiple Clan Kelly hostiles converging on the van right now.
Shit. Okay, I'll keep them occupied. You do your download thing.
Oh, right.
It's not even dodgy stuff, but I just don't want anybody to blackmail me with this in the future by hacking it. And because of Bloom's contracts with the government, it isn't just me that can see everything I do. It's the government. The UK as a state has become a complete surveillance paradise.
I think you're painting a bit of a bleak picture. It's not all that bad.
No, you're completely wrong on this. I don't want everybody trapped.
You've made it your whole life, not dying. Don't quit yet.
Did you hear that some DedSec hackers have found a way to bypass the optic's connection with Bloom?
Are they actually making it better or usable or actually friendly for anybody?
Well, word on the street is that they've been able to create an encrypted signal, which means that your world might have a chance of becoming private again, so you could go back and enjoy all the great things about Optic without that filter.
Privacy first.
Come on, Eddie, you want to
You live, but you will die someday. Best to make peace with that now.
Operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then San Francisco in 2017 before coming here to London. And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much an unmitigated disaster.
For those of you lucky enough not to be here in London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the telecoms tower is now owned by Bloom.
The tower looms over northwest London. It's always been a television and communications network. Although it's considerably around its use, and now that Bloom owns it, it's only even
transfer complete. I'll open a channel to our hacker friends.
Unbelievable. You actually did it. A lot of people will be right grateful. Let me know what I can do in return.
You want in? Go on. Take the red pill. Join Dead Set.
Hey? Yeah. All right.
In pursuit. I repeat, we are in pursuit. Control, we have an armed civilian. Over.
Not letting up!
I'm putting an end to this. Over.
At least. And don't even get me started on the data. Everything that Bloom sees from your movements around the city and the self-driving cars is collected and feeds back into its big information control system.
Oh, not you and Bloom and privacy again. You're a broken record.
Not as broken as our city's cars.
Despite Albion's ongoing efforts to prosecute offenders, knife crime continues to rise year on year. Now, with assailants as young as 10 years old being detained, how should they be prosecuted? Join GPB as we discuss Albion's expanding mandate.
Suspect is unsighted. Unsighted sweeping area.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello, resistors. This is the Bug, keeping the fire of hope alive in the vacuum of today's Britain. Okay, fires don't burn in vacuums. It's a little novelty Christmas light, shaped like a flame, but it's something. It is something to cling to. Joining me, as always, is Alice. And Alice, hold the front page. Technology apparently is here to stay. There's no way around that now. Much as I'd like to go back to the 18th century and see if we can have another crack at the Industrial Revolution and get it less wrong this time. But new tech is creating 4,000 jobs. Count them all, 4,000. 4,000 new jobs, thanks to this new tech investment.
I mean, that's a very exciting thing if you're